to Angels Don't Lie with Jeannie Street. Jeannie is a God-based medium, owner of In Spirit Healing Studio, and new author of the book The Goddess You. Angels Don't Lie will be a show dedicated to healing and love, and we will be taking live questions. If you have a question you would like Jeannie to answer on the show, or if you would like to contact her, send your correspondence to jeannie@jeanniestreet.com or check out the website jeanniestreet.com. Now here's Jeannie Street.
I let the world on wake up. Trouble is I never went to sleep. I climbed the nightmares in the mountains in my dreams. Oh Lord, won't you get me back with me?
Yay, guess what day it is? It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street, and I am just so excited to be here tonight. I've got a lot on my paper here, to go over with you guys. I hope everybody had a great week from the last show, and yeah, it's been a very busy week. Yes. So we were talking, just before we came on, we were talking about herbs and the superfoods that I mentioned on air with you guys, and like I don't ever give like amounts. So before you go ahead and just take anything, definitely Google it, research, and know that, or talk to an herbalist, especially if it's an herb, how much of that dose to take. With superfoods, you are fine to take them in daily because these are foods that will work with your system. And again, depending on what that food is, if you're doing spinach, which is considered a superfood, you can do quite a bit of spinach. You can have a spinach salad, you can put some spinach in your smoothie, and that is, kind of a way to go. For the cacao buzz, which I have recommended, I like to do teaspoons and tablespoon sizes, depending on which ingredient it is. So if I'm working with seaweeds, I'm going to go down a little bit lower to that teaspoon size. You're going to want to start with probably a quarter to a half a teaspoon of seaweed to start with, because it does have a very potent flavor to build your body up to the flavor of it. Your body will benefit from the zing it gets. It'll definitely get an uplift. And that's when you'll know, okay, I can increase it. I know that I'm going to feel great, so I'm going to increase it. Casey's turning it on. What are you going to say, Casey?
No, I was the spirulina.
Spirulina, yeah.
Spirulina. I take a pretty good sized spoonful of that, but I can definitely taste it in my...
Are you up to a tablespoon with that?
Yeah, probably a tablespoon.
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. And, because spirulina has so many great properties to it, and that's a good amount.
And you can tell it's dark green.
Yes. Yeah, that really dark green is what is very soothing to our gut, healing for our body. But we're not talking about the benefits of spirulina tonight, because we have done that. We have covered that. So we're going to move on to something brand new. Very first, I wanted to read a quote from a book that I just adore. It's Meditations with Teresa of Avila, and it's written by Megan Dawn, and this quote is really beautiful. We are all mystics, slowly awakening to the reality of who we really are. So isn't that the truth? We're all that mystic. We're all that energy of divine, and we're always moving through life and changing and emerging into who we really are. So no matter what we're doing, whether we're taking a new class or, learning a new musical instrument, or maybe you're doing, Taekwondo, or maybe you're studying, I don't know, maybe you're studying cooking and just balancing your home life. We're always moving into our alignment. We're always doing these things that call to us, that our soul is longing for us to do. It's when we ignore those things, it's when we push them aside, that we have kind of a block that happens. So tonight on the show, we're going to talk a little bit about chakra energy. And we've talked about the chakra energy before. And it's interesting when we start to talk with or start to look at chakra energy on other people, seeing auras around people, seeing their colors, or even just feeling their moods. We can understand what's going on with the people around us just by that. And we can know maybe where their chakra might be closed or off balance. And the best way to begin this is really on ourselves, to use ourselves to practice with and understand our energy system. When we stand and we can feel somebody else's anger or frustration, we can get really stuck in that, right? We can become defensive or angry just because that person is, angry. So when we slow it down and we realize where that might be coming from, we can have compassion. We can stop in our tracks and say, hey, here's what you can do. Or maybe we can send a little prayer to best assist them. So again, it's always best to start with ourselves, to learn what's going on with our energy system, with your own chakra system. So we have, if you don't know about the chakras, I'll quickly go over this. We have 7 main chakras in our body. These are energy centers that are located from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. And each center works with the area for where it's located. It works with the organs and the energetic system of where it is located. So the first, being at the base of the spine, is your root chakra. This is the root of, who you are, the first chakra to develop, the first energy center to develop. The second is the sacral, which is the male sexuality and organs. It's also the center for our, who we really are, our soul truths, right? They're sitting right there in that sacral. This is located right below the belly button. We have next the solar plexus, which is just under the rib cage. The solar plexus is the area for your intuition, right? It's that clear knowing, that guidance system that we all have, right? That it's our expression as well. So any expressions that we have, any of our talents are going to come from here. So that's painting and cooking and knitting and gardening and any of those things that we're doing, that's where it's coming from. It's passion driven, right? And when we say, oh, I don't have any talents, I don't have anything, well, that just means that chakra is closed off, because each and every single one of us, everyone has a talent. Everyone has gifts. That solar plexus area, right? Beautiful. And then up above that is our heart center. This is our center for giving and receiving love, where we, are able to fully give our love to another and fully receive from another. This is a common chakra to close down when we've been hurt or when we carry pain or grief. This is a center that will really shut down and we aren't able to move past, or we aren't able to allow love back in. The next up is our throat chakra, located in the center of your neck. And the throat chakra is the connection for your clear speech. It's the connection to your soul truths, what you can speak from them. And when this is open in a nice, balanced way, you are connected to who you are and you can speak clearly. But when it's off balance, here comes the lies or the little stories or the manipulation or any myriad of things that are, off balance. Also where verbal abuse can come from. So the throat chakra is off when somebody's very verbal, very boisterous. And when they're showing, using anger and spewing the anger out through their mouth, that means their root is off, because the root is about the balance in the life, the connectability. It's also where we store anger. It's the fight or flight area of the body. So all these, work together in alignment, but when one is off, then you tend to have another off. Then we move up to the third eye. Whew, that was so loud. So what was that?
I'm going to try to dial back in because it seems like I didn't have a connection, even though it showed there.
I thought that was my noise from moving up to the next chakra. That's perfect. So that next chakra is in the center of your forehead. That's the third eye. This is our ability to see spirit, to have that clear view. Then we have the crown chakra. This is our ability to connect with spirit. This is where we allow spirit to move through us, our connection to God, to divine, to source. And when this is open, we move in that alignment. We move nice and easily with faith and surrender. But when that's off, we are going it alone. We are making our own decisions and maybe coming up with some problems, maybe unable to move ahead, maybe living in a Groundhog Day over and over and over again, not able to get past. So each of these centers tells a story about you. Each of these centers are your connection points to not only to the divine, but to your energetic level. So when they're off balance, your energy is off balance. So when we're working with our relationships and other people, and we're constantly being drained or pulled, and we're taking all that on, our chakras take that energy on and absorb that in. That's why we have to meditate. That's when we have to learn to balance. And going to a healer, somebody that does Reiki energy.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? Hello, can you hear me?
Not yet.
No, we're
Now we're ready. Now it's ready.
Hi, Lisa. Can you
Hello?
hear me? Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi.
Sorry about the confusion
Good.
there.
Okay.
So how are you tonight?
I'm okay, a little nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. What are you nervous about?
I don't know because I don't know why I'm nervous.
Okay. Okay.
I'm nervous of what maybe she's going to tell me. I don't know.
Uh-oh. No, I won't do anything. I won't tell you anything low vibrational, only for your highest and best good. Okay?
Oh, fantastic. Yes.
Okay. So what is your question tonight, Lisa?
My question is that I am at a crossroads right now, and I need to move, and I don't know what decision to make. And I ask my angels to guide me in the right direction, but I'm not getting like a clear enough.
Yeah. They're showing me that your feet.
Clearing.
Yep, they're showing me that your feet are planted, and and you're actually being a little stubborn. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And so they're so funny. They're showing me you have this expected outcome, like you asked, but you really aren't being open to what they're showing you because you wanted to go one way, and they're showing you the patience. Do you understand the patience?
Yeah.
And they're showing me you tend to move like almost a little quickly. And a little like sparky. So they want you to calm that down. They want you to use some water energy to kind of, move with ease instead of moving with fire. Do you understand that? What I mean by that? Okay, perfect. And this will be really good for you. So they're showing me like drink a lot of water, go meditate around water, just be still and allow it to be for a little bit. And they want me to tell you that you are right. Do you understand that you are right? This is is this a question that you had asked?
Who is this my angels telling you or a specific one?
Right now it's the group of angels coming through. So you have a team of angels, and that's who's coming through. It's a larger entity of celestial beings, so to speak. So for that's what they're saying. They're saying you are right. So they want you to know that. So it's a confirmation for you.
Okay.
Okay. And who has the head on the other side? The head and the eye issue that's coming forward. Is this you? Do you have in front of your face? I don't understand what they're showing me. Like they're showing I'll tell you. They're showing me like a steel wall. Like I see it right in front of my face. Do you understand that?
No, I'm not. No. I'm a little confused.
Me too.
So is somebody there talking to you for me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is it a girl?
So that's what I'm trying to
Young?
clarify. I'm trying to understand. And she's showing, like, if it's she,
Is it a young girl?
it might be. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Would that associate with her, the steel, the like metal, or
I don't get the metal wall, but
in front of
the head thing maybe.
the head in front of the eyes? Was this was this an accident?
My daughter passed.
And this is the motor vehicle?
No, she was hung in a tree.
Okay. Did she hit her head?
I don't know the details.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. This was totally accidental.
Okay.
And I'm getting the goose.
I knew she didn't do it to herself.
No,
I knew that.
She's saying accidental, and I'm getting goosebumps from head to toe. Do you understand? She's associating goosebumps with you when she comes around. Do you understand that?
I guess I do now.
And she's also showing me like blowing on the back of your neck as another sign that she keeps coming through to you.
Okay.
Okay. My stomach hurts. She's showing me her gut. Her stomach hurt. Her stomach. My stomach. She's showing me all around the stomach. Do you understand that?
I have a lot of stomach issues.
Oh, it's you that she's showing. Okay.
Mhm. I have to be gluten free, dairy free.
It's so
all
funny.
That.
So that's what she's saying. You're not very good at it. You cheat way too much.
Yeah.
And you need to be. She's saying you need to be more disciplined.
Okay.
I'm also getting a lot of anxiety around the chest, around the breast area. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I get a lot of anxiety. Well, I'm getting a lot of anxiety about moving.
Okay, and it really is about starting that meditation practice. And she's like, it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Yeah, I do meditate. I teach laughter yoga, and at the end of my laughter yoga, I do 5-minute meditation for everyone.
Beautiful, and I would love for you to do that by the water. If you can get outside and take your class to a water source, it would be even more powerful for you. Okay.
Fantastic.
Do you understand the 20 around her? The 2?
She was 23 years old.
Okay, that's what she's coming through. It's just her way of confirming that it's her.
Okay.
Again. I also have a little cottonmouth, so that makes me feel like there was some drug involvement. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's why she says accidental. Okay. So I do feel a little confusion around too. Like just confusion, off balance. So I don't know how often she was doing the drugs or if she was just, that's how she felt all the time. Just off. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. But she's showering you with like petals, flower petals, daisy petals, some rose petals. She's showering you with that as her form of love. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. The daisy is very significant. Do you understand the daisy?
No.
I don't know why she's staying with the daisy, and she's showing me like the sign of the cross in the center of a daisy, which I don't think I've ever really seen, but she's showing me like, I guess I'll have to get a daisy to look at it, but she's showing me that there's a cross in the center of a daisy.
Okay.
I don't know why she's saying that to you, but that's what she's showing.
Okay.
A form of love. You know, whenever I see the cross, that to me is, that's my sign for divine love. So that's what she's showing you in that divine love.
That's nice.
Yeah. I feel like she gave you a run for the money.
Wow.
That's what she's showing. So she's taking that on as hers and not yours.
Mhm. Yeah, because my issue was that I always thought her boyfriend did that to her. She didn't do that to herself. And
Yeah.
I do hear her talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nice.
sometimes I doubt it.
Yes, it's that doubt. It's that, because it's something we don't see. So when we have that full faith is when things move easier. And that's your big lesson right here with the whole move. You need to have faith that the right thing is it's gonna fall right into place when you stop with the control. Stop forcing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. The problem is I'm living with her aunt, and it's just it's a toxic situation.
Agreed, but there's a lesson to be learned there, and there's work that had to be done that you haven't done yet. So if you leave there without finishing, then it's going to be like you're going to have to start over again. So
yeah, she's kind of pushing me out, though. And that's why it's toxic.
Yes, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, pray again, surrender, listen, be still.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome, Lisa. We'll say keep you in our prayers, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right.
God bless.
Yes, you too. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Very nice. I'm so happy that her daughter could come through like that. I don't even know where I left off with the chakra. Did you write that down? Did you take notes, Casey?
No, because I was so busy trying to figure out. I think it was just the call wasn't connected, even though it looked like it was connected. So,
right. So I think we were at the crown, and we were inviting divine energy and balancing that. So when we go it alone, when we don't have that crown open, and I love that Lisa called, because how perfect is that, right? How perfect is that connection when you can all see this, right? So she wants the answer now. She's been asking for it and kind of forcing. We know when we want something, we pray for it, but then we're not receiving. We're not being still enough to really receive. So we might force something in the opposite direction. We might not finish what we need to finish in the situation we're in. And so this is when we go it alone. And it happens so quickly, right? Lisa is a very spiritual person. You can tell she's really connected. But in that moment, her fear is keeping her from, allowing. She's going it alone.
From the connection.
Yeah, she's choosing in that moment to kind of go it alone. And they're saying, no, go, let it move. Don't be so fiery. Don't be so quick and hasty. And I totally can understand this, because that's how my energy can roll. I can rock and roll really fast.
I definitely had a question around the water energy and fire energy that you were talking about.
Okay. Let's go. Shoot.
So what's the difference?
What do you think the difference is? Let's see if that...
Well, water would be calm and cool and blue, and fire would be red and hot and fast, maybe?
Exactly. So when we're fiery, and this can work with not only our chakras being off, but it also works with our energy when we were born. So astrology has a little play in here, right? So we all have these signs. What are you?
Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio. Brian's a Capricorn. I'm a Leo. So my energy runs a little. Leos tend to run a little fiery, right? We have that roar. Scorpio's got that same little zinger in there, right?
Right.
So to calm our tones down of being on that hot side, we want to use water or earth energy, because that's a really balancing, or wind, which is. Again, soothing, moving. But you wouldn't want, a water sign to be just stuck in water, because they won't get anything done.
Right.
They'll just be moving with the water and hanging out and just woohoo, they need a little fire energy so they can get their stuff done. So when we pay attention to that, we can really move through situations much easier.
So some balance.
Exactly, especially when we're not sure of our next move. We're not positive what the next step is. So we can slow down, open up that crown chakra, let the divine move through us, and then just be at ease. Notice again how we're feeling, right? So I wanted to talk a little bit about hormone health tonight, because this has a big play in our chakra system, right? The hormone imbalance. And this is something I've been going through, and I thought this would be great to share, because a lot of women understand this, and men too. Men your age.
I don't understand it at all.
And men your age. So men go through their own menopause. They do. They go through. They have a lower testosterone level. They can get really moody. They can get really achy, because we need a constant ease with those hormones. But as we age, they kind of go down. And this all affects our thyroid health. And we think it's about thyroid as an overall, the endocrine system is what keeps our body in that stable, calm, easeful way. But when imbalance comes in, well, then we have more fire. We have more, spark, right? So all of a sudden, you're not feeling as good. All of a sudden, you have, adrenal fatigue because your adrenals are trying to keep up and keep you
Firing
feeling
all
good.
the time, right?
Well, all of a sudden, they're just so tired, and you feel tired. And this is common with a lot of people. So, with women going through whether it's a hormone surge, whether it's perimenopause or menopause, or just PMS, paying attention to the body, paying attention to your chakras can really help, can really awaken you to feeling better. So this brings into my food, my special, I'm not going to do food, superfood, I'm going to do a super herb tonight. A super herb which is called ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, it's spelled ASHWAGANDHA. And ashwagandha is a powerful immune tool, and it's tradition from North Africa, India, Pakistan, and parts of Asia. It is also slightly a sedative, a mild sedative. It helps to relieve the body of stress, and it boosts the immune system so that it has an optimum level that it works with. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen, so it works with your body. You can take it and it builds up and works along with your body, which is a beautiful thing. You can take it in pill form, you can take it in powder form, there's so many ways you can take ashwagandha. There's so much room for activity there. It's also, it contains nerve growth factors. So this is, again, ashwagandha is great for people that have some nerve damage or some neuropathy due to Lyme's, right? And Lyme's affects that central nervous system and can work on that endocrine system as well, really knocking you off balance. So when we're talking about overall hormone balance, this is an amazing, amazing tool. It also helps to regulate the body's ability to withstand stress. So that's what we're talking about with the adrenals, right? We want to calm. We want to be in a nice, easeful mode. It increases the body's general performance, how the body's feeling, how we're working, how our stamina is. It relieves that fatigue, boosts the immune. It helps to recover from a chronic illness. So if you have a chronic illness and you're going through maybe menopause or you're going through menopause, this can really help and lift you to relieve that. If you have fibromyalgia, this can really help to release that. It's soothing and calming without producing a drowsy effect. So that's a really cool thing. It's known to slow the aging process. Is that your house phone?
Yeah, it's your. I always take the battery out because the telemarketers call it. Like to call this time of night.
Yeah, they do.
I usually take the battery out so we don't hear it, but I forgot to tonight.
Oh, can we talk to them?
Be nice, patch them in, right?
Right. Ashwagandha can also improve memory. So this is also important as we're getting older. Your memory starts to get a little bit, off. You might forget things. So ashwagandha is great for that. And it can be an effective treatment for anemia, arthritis, asthma, cancer, chronic fatigue syndrome, common colds, and many other ailments. So ashwagandha, that is our super herb of the
Would that
week.
have an alkaline effect or?
Yes. And again, it's an adaptogen, so it works with your body. So it's not something that's going to be foreign. Like when we take vitamins, a lot of times it's foreign and it goes right out of us. It doesn't always absorb, but ashwagandha will absorb and it will work with your body. So it's long-term effect. So with any herb, again, you're going to want to make sure that you speak to your doctor. You're going to want to make sure that you have either an herbalist or you do the research. David Wolf is a great teacher on understanding herbs and that type of medicine. So you can look him up online. But before you take anything, definitely consult your physician. So ashwagandha for me, they say with any herb you want to do like at least 3 to 4 months on, and then take a little time off. But ashwagandha is something that you don't have to. Ashwagandha you can stay on long term.
What's an adaptogen?
Works with your body.
Works with your body.
Adaptogen, yep, works with your body. So not all herbs are that. Maca for women or for men, maca is a hormone balancer as well. So taking ashwagandha and maca together, they both are adaptogens, and they level out that whole playing field. And as you can see with the ashwagandha, it does more than just, relieve that adrenal fatigue. It does so many other things. So when we're in that heightened hormone effect, when we're in that fight or flight syndrome, we can calm ourselves down with the super herbs. We can do that with paying attention to our chakras, right? Really cleaning up. So going into meditation and just putting your hands over your sacral chakra, saying, which is the female male energy parts, sexuality, and just doing a little meditation to balance that, feeling that energy, making sure it's nice and open, putting your hands over your throat and your neck, which is where the thyroid's located. Again, balancing, allowing it to be calm, and inviting love there, inviting the divine to move through there, has a really long-term healing effect. It's quite incredible. That's what I have to say about ashwagandha. What are your questions? I see your head sticking over there.
I'm working on a caller here, but
okay.
It's not in the queue properly, so.
Okay. You're having the problems
I can just try to just grab it here. Let's see if we can do this.
Okay.
Hello, Jillian.
Hi.
Hi, Jillian. How are you?
Hi. Am I on the air?
You are on the air.
Oh, okay. Hi, Jeannie. This has been a couple of weeks since I've called, and just wanted to let you know I've been reading the book, the Goddess You book, and journaling, so I'm making some progress, so that's good.
That's really good.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, or actually ask my angels. I'm not really happy at work right now, and do my angels, do they want me to stay there and just be patient, try to write it out, or do they see me moving along?
Did you have that meeting that you were supposed to have?
Yes, and I expressed my thoughts and my opinions, but it didn't really go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Where was your they're showing me a specialty. Where was your area of specialty or expertise supposed to be in?
Well, my previous expertise is intensive care nursing.
Yep.
That's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But right now I'm working more in the pain and spine area.
Right.
And I really like my job, and I like the people I work, except for, some. But I don't know if I should stay there and wait it out or go somewhere else.
Right. I mean, I feel like you have that area of expertise, and I feel like you were learning a lesson by kind of shifting and going away from it because you felt like you needed to learn more. Does that make sense? But
yeah.
But where's they're showing me the confidence level is really low. Do you understand that? What is with what's with the confidence level?
I don't know. I feel pretty confident, in my abilities and everything. I feel pretty confident.
Is this confident? Is it around the work situation that's going on now?
There's just not a lot of support there.
Okay.
I'd like to see some things changed, make the place better.
And is that where the lack of confidence is coming in, like the lack of being able to have that clear voice in order to get it done?
Yeah, I don't have a clear voice to be able to. There's no one that listens to me. It's like that you offer suggestions or do things, and nothing ever happens. And it's not just me. It seems to be everybody. But most of the people have just gotten to the point where they just sort of shut down, and they're just like, okay, I need my job, I need my insurance, and they don't want to worry about the changes.
Right.
But yeah.
So there's a way that you can actually really move mountains when you want to, and that's by calling on Archangel Gabriel when you're going to speak, and you ask with Archangel Gabriel for your voice to be heard and for the message to be delivered on the highest level. And that really shifts the energy when you want to get things done and you want those changes to happen. So opening up to prayer and using that energy will really be amazing. It will really just move you in a high vibrational way. And are you ready to take on more? They're like showing like, are you ready to do it? Because I feel like when you do it, it's like, I feel like a new higher position is going to come for you. Do you understand that?
No, but I certainly wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little older, so I'm not really looking for a whole new career or anything.
I don't feel like it's going to be a whole new career, although I feel like it's going to be a higher up position. But it's all about working, getting through those doors. So I feel like if you leave here, you might be faced with the same thing again, right? It's a challenge. So it's almost like challenging you. And that's why it's nagging at you and bothering you.
Do you see me talking to any particular people? Because I don't really seem to have any people that listen at the lower level.
Well, because you're not using that. You're not calling on the divine help. You're not calling on Archangel Gabriel when you're speaking. Asking for that message to really be received. Asking him to open them up so that message can, get to where it needs to.
Mhm. Okay.
I know that seems like simplistic, but it really is effective.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
so
it's
stay where I'm at.
I do feel like it's the woman that you kind of butt heads with, and she's a little how do I want to say it? Is she like a little heavier?
Yes.
Yeah, it's her. That's who you need to use this with. Because it's part of your lesson and her lesson here. She has a big wall up around her, and she carries a lot of baggage, a lot of anger.
Yes.
Yes. Right. So it is your prayers that are needed. It is your love that is needed to help soften her. Right.
Okay.
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 All right. Well,
give it a shot.
Good luck. Let me know. All right, Jillian.
All right. Thank you, Jeannie.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice. I'm always happy to hear how you guys are doing with the book and, how you are, where you are in your journey. And if you have any questions on that, I love to hear from you. So drop me a line, Call in tonight. The number here is 646-891-5252. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your questions, your concerns. We just want to talk. And, KJ says Billy Mo is listening. Billy Bo. You totally love that, right, Billy Mo? Billy Mo Buckley's listening in tonight. Shout out. Hey, shout out to our Angels Don't Lie group. You guys are awesome. I'm loving all your posts in there. And you're sharing Rachel and Jillian and Marianne. And I know we have some new members in there. It's great. So you're liking that site, that page too.
Yes, I'm in there.
Yeah, it's a good page. And the people that are on my workshop, the Goddess workshop, which is really going along well. We just finished the third one. We have one more on Monday night. And I want to just say what a great group. And I'm really, really thankful and grateful that they, signed up for this.
I'm going to have to binge watch it.
Yeah, right.
Well, I tend to work later on Mondays, so I can kind of take Tuesday afternoons off and get ready for the show and stuff.
Right.
So
Right.
I had a question about the last call, though, about the Archangels.
Oh, yes.
Is there a lot of
talk.
them, or like there's a few major ones, or how does? I think we've touched on them
there
occasionally.
are actually a lot of archangels, and depending on what religion you follow, there are different archangels for different religions. So that's the amazing thing. And some archangels actually cross over, and they do have them in each religion. Like I believe that's Archangel Michael. I think that's one of the most common.
Is that the one that the police reference most often? That I've seen a reference as far as
that's Saint Michael. That's Saint Michael. Right. Archangel Michael is the protector, right? He's the right hand of God. They say, he stands right on the right side of God, and he's the protector. You call on Archangel Michael when you're in need of protection. Archangel Gabriel is the messenger. He's the one that delivered the message to Mary. Right, the child is coming.
Right.
So he's the messenger. So divine messenger. When we need our point to be served with love and to be received with love, we call on Archangel Gabriel. It's beautiful. Archangel Raphael, who is the healer. We call on Raphael when we are traveling or when we are in need of healing, or we're praying for someone that is in need of help. So those are some of the basics. And I know there's more in the book. I've included them in this book. And I'm going a little more in depth in the new book that I'm writing, which is, I am really excited about that. Yeah. So, the hierarchy, there's the archangels, and then there's the angels, and then there's, with the angels, there's also ascended masters. And ascended masters are divine beings, but they've lived. So say Jesus, Buddha, they've lived. And then there's our angels, which are the celestial beings, right? It's not just one, it's just like a group, and they make up this. So everybody has one guardian angel, but then you have a bunch of angels that work with you and guide you and help you. So it seems like it's one, but it's actually many. Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent. We were talking about the overall health of this thing is like in my face, so I can't see your eye. We were talking about the overall health of hormone balance and a little bit on the thyroid help. I wanted to share with you what I've been doing, because I'm in this hormone kind of craze going on lately, where I've been very emotional, right? And emotional and hormones, they go together because they affect our mood. So that crying is a great release. Crying is a really good release when you're hormonal, because it releases energy that gets stuck and trapped. Drawing, writing, cooking, anything that you can do is also, when you're feeling really emotional, helps move that energy out so it doesn't get stuck and perpetuate, because emotionally we can become really off balance when we stay stuck in that emotion and we don't let it flow. We don't understand it, and we start to create a story around it. Oh, I'm feeling so bad, and then all of a sudden we bring in like, Johnny, you hurt me, and then all of a sudden everybody's hurting me, and our emotions, they get out of control. This is how it works. So when we simmer them down, we can really calm down. A good thing for that is a natural source of iodine, which is kelp. Kelp is an amazing tool to use to balance our thyroid out and to calm that emotional disconnect. So we don't always know it's coming on, right? All of a sudden we're knee deep in tears, or knee deep in why is everybody else crazy and I'm fine?
Had that feeling before.
Yeah. And so then all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you go, well, maybe it is me. Maybe I am a little, off balance. And that's the moment where you connect. That's the moment where you say, all right, so what are the tools? What can I bring in to help me feel better? So I always go to that kelp. The seaweeds are very powerful for that. Cleaning up, balancing, ashwaganda will get those hormones in nice balance. Simmer you down. The meditation, the eating right, the exercise, which is so important. So important. Right. When I get in my hormonal way, it's actually very physical for me. So all of a sudden my neck goes out, my body aches, I'm not sleeping. So these are these are things. I know other women have this. It's not an uncommon thing. And I'm sure guys have this too. They just have their own way of
Yard
dealing
work
with it.
is my outlet, going out and working in the yard.
Yeah, that's how you get it out.
Yep, just go out and sweat it out.
Yep, and that is the thing, sweating
Kinda
it
like working
out.
Yeah.
Right. But when we stay stationary, it can't go anywhere. It gets stuck. So, yeah, sweating it out, yoga, whatever we have to do to move. Great. Good stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Good stuff. So what else are we going to talk about here? We talked about so we were talking about the sacral. That's what we were talking about before we cut off. The sacral energy, working with that center, which is located just by your belly button, to kind of get yourself back in balance. Usually when we're off balance, we're turning away from our norm things. We're not feeling great. And actually our digestion can go off too. So here's the next thing, right? These are all little signs to pay attention to, that our chakras are a little off balance. So all of a sudden the sacral's off and the hormones are a little off, and then all of a sudden we're not digesting well. But now, okay, so the solar plexus is a little off balance. So now we have to soothe that. And we can start to calm ourselves down with being in meditation and allowing those energies to calm down. So did you know that the chakras each have colors? Did you get to that part of the book yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah.
I know we have talked about the colors.
Right. So they omit energy, right? Because their energy, we're energy. So they omit energy, and they're red. I'll start from the root. We'll go all the way up. So the root is red, then the sacral is orange, then the solar plexus is yellow, the heart is green, the throat is the turquoise blue, the third eye is like a purpley blue, sapphire blue, and then the crown is white. Some people say purple. I say white. So in these colors, when you're with another person and you see colors around them, the color is coming from their chakras. So you might see a nice bright aura, nice and clean. You might see like a rainbow. You might even feel it. When you're using your senses, you can really connect to chakra health. You can connect to any energy as well. So when we heighten our senses and learn to use them, they tell a story. So when you're butting heads with somebody and you see that their chakras are off, or you feel they're really angry, notice, feel, breathe, see what their color is, and that will best tell you maybe where they're coming from, because maybe they're emotionally, unstable right now. Maybe they're emotional. You don't know what's going on in their life, but this can give you the power. This can give you the opportunity to say a prayer. This can give you an opportunity maybe to call in an archangel to help, rather than be defensive.
Right, rather than react,
Exactly,
respond.
where we can calm our reactions down, right? That's the only thing that we really have control over, is our own reaction. We can't change that person. We can't stop them, but we can help. So wouldn't that be a better way?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be a nice world? Hey, world.
I don't remember, you may have touched it, the third eye. I think we may have talked about it, but I'm trying to remember what that...
The third eye is
Yes.
is for the clear seeing. This is for a lot of people can see clairvoyantly, but it's also just almost the clear knowing, or the our ability to see and know spirit, right? And most people walk around with their third eye closed because they have fear about it. Some people can see and they have total fear. Like, I don't want to see that, so they close it down. They think they're going to see the future. But when we plug into the divine, when we have that spiritual connection, we won't see that low vibrational energy. We won't see fear, because fear wants to bring us to that stuff. They want to show us, the future or the dark stuff.
Right.
That's how it works. It's energy. So when we connect higher, we're going to see higher versions of a psychic energy. We're going to see alignment, divine, truth, instead of that falseness. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So also a lot of people that are opening, they'll opening their centers and they want to start using their gifts, they'll go right for the gusto. They'll go right for the third eye. They'll be like, I got to open the third eye because I want to see, I want to know. But when they're all off balance, you can't. It doesn't work that way. It'd be nice if it did, but you can't win the game if you don't.
Right.
Play by the rules. So you have to work through each of your chakras, and because they hold energy of your life experiences, they tell a bigger story. So as a healer, a healer can work with you to go through each of these centers to find out, hey, what's going on here? What happened? What trauma might have happened in your life that your root is off? And usually if it's in the root, it has to do with childhood most of the time. Sexual abuse. Not always just childhood, but it does seem to be a commonality. So what is that going to present? If the root is off in a person, they're going to present with lower back pain, they're going to have hip problems, they're going to have knee problems, they're going to have leg problems, they're going to have feet problems. Any myriad of those that lower region of your body is going to have an issue, and it's going to be repetitive. Same with the sacral. It's going to be the discs in your back. It's going to be your sexual organs. It's going to be your lower organs. So it's going to have a problem, continual, until we heal it. It's mind-blowing. So I definitely recommend energy work to help you move and understand your own body, because I think it's amazing stuff. And working with meditation. I love a yoga nidra meditation. Very relaxing for the body. Although this is not around chakra health, it's over relaxation, which is a big problem. We're stressed out people. So this is where that adrenal fatigue comes in for a lot of us. We just get worn out from our freaking stress.
Especially in the Northeast, we're probably some of the most ramped up people.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think it's just us.
Oh, I don't know. When I travel out to the Midwest, they ain't going like we are.
Right.
Things tend to be a little calmer.
Right. So what would you think? Do you see colors? Around people? Do you have a feeling around?
No, not usually. I suppose I don't slow down enough to look.
Well, okay. So let's talk about your wife, because I think this will be fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. What would you feel like her energy? What does it feel like to you?
Well, she's a Leo, so she's definitely fire. So.
Yep, but that's not just her energy. That's her sign, and that's just a typical thing.
Right.
So let's talk about her energy. Like, do you see it as, or do you feel it as, or do you know it as? Like, I just want to get a better understanding.
I don't know. I think that she tends to be tired, so I don't think she's fiery, but yet she doesn't have a lot of energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's not a lot of energy behind it. She's fire because of, like you say, the sign.
Right.
But I think that there's some underlying health issues, like with her digestive system, that she...
so that fatigue, right?
Yeah, so she's tired, and then sometimes it causes that fire to spit out.
Because she doesn't feel good, right? That makes sense. I can get that. So you see how you can hone it in, and you can do this for yourself as well. But when you hone it in, then you can better understand her, and that's where you can help her rather than nag at her and make her feel worse. You could actually call on Archangel Raphael for aid in healing that, for awareness maybe, for just an easeful day for her, so she's not so tired. Right. You see where that power comes in? Instead of adding to that feeling or when she's fiery, you can soothe it. Yeah.
I'll get to work on that.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely have been getting better at it. Part of from reading the book, from our talking and stuff like that, that's definitely made me look at it differently.
Are you being nicer to your wife?
I don't know if she'll agree, but I believe I am.
Well, I think we all strive to be the best that we can be. Sometimes we get really stuck in our ways, right? We don't want to be open to changing because, hey, this is how I am. But when we kind of calm that down and we can say, yeah, there is more. Maybe I can, But we don't like criticism. We don't want to be criticized. We don't want to be judged. But we're our own judge, because we're standing there saying, I don't want to do that. But maybe that's there's a way we can start. one person has to start it, and then it just slowly.
Simple acts of kindness, right?
Yeah.
Just spread it around.
Yeah. So where can you go this week and just be kind? Where can you be compassionate? Where can you use your ability to change your reactions? I'm giving you the wand, people. You've got the power. You've got the power. Yeah. So this is a great show. We went over a lot of stuff.
Definitely a lot.
A lot of stuff. We got the ashwagandha on board here. We talked about some kelp. We talked about hormone balance. We did some phone readings, which were amazing. I shared that book that I love, Teresa of Avila. And I love that because it's daily meditations. And Megan, I told you the name, Megan Dawn, she wrote this book. She really studied Teresa, so she has a great connection. It's a very nice book. So it's a little daily thing you can do if you're interested. And I'd love for you guys to, come on over to the Facebook group, The Angels Don't Lie. Join us. Come part of our party. Let us know how you're doing in the book. And
how do you join again?
By going on Facebook and researching us, search us, stalk us.
Do you have to send an email to you to request, or is there?
No, they just have to. If they're on Facebook, they can find the group and request to come in.
Okay, there's a request button there.
There's a request. Yeah, they can follow. They can follow me, Jeannie Street, and then I can, become my friend, and they can go in that way too.
Excellent.
Right. You can come on to Instagram. I've been doing Instagram. I'm kind of liking that. Like my post. Check it out. Yeah, that's what I have for you. What do we have at the studio this week, you ask? Well, let me tell you. We have, Carrie has her art class tomorrow night. Her intuitive, no, wait, I'm lying. What is it called? I think it is called intuitive art. No, intuitive art journaling. There it is. So this class is... Actually, she's gonna teach it on Saturday when I have my spiritual healers class. It's their retreat day, so she's gonna do that for the retreat day. I usually offer that retreat day is a little bonus day. They get a ceremony, and then I do like a mini class. So she's gonna do that mini class for me. But and the reason I've asked her to do this because this class that she teaches, it really is a pathway to healing. It really helps you work through the chakras. So she's doing one chakra at a time. And so you get all of your supplies are there. And she takes you step by step. So you get this beautiful journal, and there's paints and there's stamps that she's made. And you can't even imagine. There's just so much stuff. So much room for activity to have fun there. And then you create and you pour it out, and so it's a healing at the same time. So the class is amazing, and that's Thursday night. That's at the studio. You can go right on to inspirithealingstudio.com and you can check that out, and we have some other classes lined up as well. We'd love to see you there. Be there or be square. Yeah, good time.
I see a Friday class.
Yeah, what do I have Friday? I have
meditation with spirit.
I have meditation with spirit on Friday. Yeah. Which I don't really have anybody interested in it yet. But I have meditation with spirit. And so what is that? I take you on a guided meditation. It's very relaxed. We are in the big studio, and everybody has a mat, and you can bring a blanket and just make yourself really comfortable. So we do a guided meditation, and then I offer the messages from spirit right afterwards. So it kind of wraps it up, and really lovely, very kind, and everybody gets a little mini reading. So it's not as in depth as the evening with spirit. It's a little softer, but it's definitely as effective. Really, it's a nice. So if you're into meditation or you like a guided meditation, this is a great place to come. And again, you can go right on in inspirithealingstudio.com and check that out.
All right, I'm there looking.
Okay.
In Spirit Yoga
Nidra.
Nidra.
That's the first Sunday of the month, right?
July 2nd.
Yep, the first Sunday of the month, and that's by Pam. Pam Picard, she was on the show, so she teaches that at the studio the first Sunday of the month at 11 a.m. And she's also going to take appointments for Reiki healing, and we talked about that. So if you'd like to have a healing session with Pam, again, you can just send us a request right on our website. You can also email me, jeannie@jeanniestreet.com.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm going down the list here. Seeing with the eyes of compassion.
Yeah, those are other classes, so we're just going to like direct them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, go to the website, check it out. I don't remember. Oh, that's with Carly. That's with Carly. Yeah.
So these are other partners that you have in your studio. So
not partners, but they're they're just well, I guess they're like
people that you work with.
They're
with
my
you,
peeps, right?
Yeah.
They're different healers that are all God based. That's what we do over at In Spirit. God based healers, offering you great classes. So we're going to wrap it up because it is our time now. And we will see you again. We'll see you again, same bat channel, same bat time, next Tuesday, here on KBJB Radio. This is Jeannie Street, and you know what I know, because angels don't lie. Have a great night. I'm out of here.